the moment your field collapses without you realizing, and how your higher script tries to save you. Chosen one. There is a moment in your life where everything feels like it's slowing down, shutting down, or slipping out of your hands. And you think something out there is opposing you. But the truth is far more radical. The truth is internal. The truth is identity-led. And the truth is this: your field collapses long before your circumstances do. What you're feeling right now, what you're calling stagnation, delay, or confusion, is not a punishment. It is your higher script trying to interrupt a lower identity you've been unconsciously serving. And if you stay with me until the end of this message, you are going to realize exactly why life paused you, what your field has been trying to tell you, and what identity you must activate today. Before we begin, hit subscribe, tap notifications, because every revelation here is part of your identity architecture. You're not watching a video, you're entering a higher script. Now let me show you the moment your field collapses, without you ever noticing it happening. 1. The unseen moment before the drop. Field collapse is not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't come with alarms. It begins with a micro-fracture in identity, a moment where you accept something beneath your true resonance, a conversation you shouldn't have tolerated, a self-compromise you justified, an environment that was beneath your field but familiar to your history. The collapse starts not when life shuts down, but when you shrink your identity to remain socially acceptable. Field collapse begins in silence. You don't lose momentum because you're blocked. You lose momentum because your identity slipped below your script. This is the metaphysics of the chosen ones. Not fear, not superstition, not outdated spiritual language. Identity, field, resonance, nothing else. 2. The 3 signs collapse has already started. Chosen one, I'm going to hold up a mirror. If you see yourself in this, don't deny it, don't defend it, just recognize it. Because recognition is the first step of governance. Sign 1. Emotional lag. You feel emotions arrive after moments, not during them. You know something is wrong, but you can't find language for it. You feel a vague heaviness. This is not sadness. It is field dissonance. Your inner resonance can no longer sustain the identity you're forcing yourself to perform. Sign 2. Decision fog. Your clarity used to be sharp. Now you hesitate. You second guess. You delay simple decisions. This is not confusion. It is script congestion. 2 identities trying to operate inside one nervous system. The identity you outgrew and the identity calling you forward. They can't coexist. Something must break. Sign 3. Timeline. Drift. This is when time itself starts to feel strange. Things that should have taken 1 day take 5. People respond late. Plans dissolve. Momentum evaporates. This is not resistance. This is system friction. Your environment struggling to keep up with your new internal resonance. Now listen carefully, because what I'm about to say will shake you awake. Your life delays you only when your identity tries to move in directions that your higher script will not authorize. You call it a block. Your higher script calls it protection. 3. The real reason. Your higher script interrupts you. Chosen. 1. You don't fail because you're unworthy. You fail because your identity is outdated. Let me say that again. Your life freezes, not because something is after you, but because the identity you're using cannot produce the timeline you're asking for. Your higher script will never fund a version of you that is beneath your design. If you try to move from a smaller self, life will cancel the transaction. This is not an attack. This is consciousness governance, the natural law of identity-driven reality. And here's the shocking truth. Your higher script interrupts you to prevent you from becoming loyal to a lower world. It pauses you to pull you up. It slows you to correct you. It removes people, opportunities, and environments that were feeding your identity fracture. Look at your life right now. What has been removed? What is fading? What is slipping out of your hands? It's not loss, it's liberation. Stop right now and comment, "My field aligns now." Because every time you declare alignment, you shift your resonance into coherence. 4. Why you keep getting pulled back to what no longer fits. You ever notice that every time you elevate, something old tries to reappear? Not as a spirit, not as an attack, but as a shadow pattern. Shadow patterns are old identities replaying themselves because they have not been consciously retired. When someone from your past resurfaces, when an old emotional loop reactivates, when familiar disappointment returns, it is not a threat. It is a mirror. Your field is revealing the identity you're still holding on to. This is why chosen ones feel intensity before elevation. You're not being tested, you're being updated. This is your Akashic identity dissolving lower scripts that can't enter your next timeline. 5. The higher script intervention. Let me unveil something few people ever understand. Right before a major elevation, your life will feel like it's falling apart. That sensation is not collapse. It is a forced reset from your higher script. Your field knows when a version of you cannot survive the next level, so it collapses everything that version created, not to punish, to prepare. This is why you lose people right before you rise. This is why your plans change right before the breakthrough. This is why clarity evaporates right before expansion. Because your life is resyncing to the identity you actually are, not the identity you've been pretending to be. Chosen one, your elevation requires a new internal architecture. And that is what your higher script has been building every time you felt delayed. 6. The truth you've been avoiding. Here is the revelation that may sting you, but it will free you. The reason your field collapsed is because you tolerated a life that did not match your identity. You stayed too long in spaces that weren't calibrated for you. You validated people who were never capable of seeing you. You restricted your voice to avoid disrupting environments that were already too small. And every time you did that, your identity dimmed. Not because you were weak, but because you were misaligned. But today, that ends. Because once a chosen one becomes aware of their identity fracture, they reclaim their field. And once you reclaim your field, your timeline accelerates. 7. When your field begins to reactivate. Chosen one. Field collapse is never the end of the story. It is the moment before ignition. And the first sign of reactivation is subtle. You won't feel fireworks. You won't feel hype. You won't suddenly become motivated. That's not how identity works. What you will feel is return. A return of awareness. A return of self-honesty. A return of the identity you abandoned. A return of the voice you muted to make others comfortable. The field doesn't reactivate through emotion. The field reactivates through recognition. When you finally admit, I have been living below my script, your field begins pulling everything back into coherence. Recognition is the catalyst. Alignment is the ignition. Identity is the fuel. 8. The 3 stages of field restoration.
Reactivating your field is not mystical.
It is structural. It follows the identity laws laid out in the Brand Bible. Not superstition, not fear-based frameworks, not outdated spiritual warfare thinking. This is identity engineering. Let me walk you through what happens inside you. Stage 1. Identity recall. This is when you feel the quiet nudge that says, you know this isn't who you are. It is not guilt. It is not fear. It is Akashic alignment, your internal archive reminding you who you were before distortion. When this happens, your energy stops leaking into lower scripts. Stage 2, field coherence. This is when your emotions and thoughts begin syncing again. Your internal signals stop contradicting each other. You feel one thing, you think one thing, you decide one thing, but there is no inner fragmentation, no double scripts, no shadow patterns driving your reactions. Your field becomes a single broadcast, clear and sovereign. Stage 3, timeline. Correction. This is when life rearranges itself rapidly. People fall off. New opportunities surface. The right conversations appear. Your clarity sharpens. Your decisions become swift. You are not being blessed. You are not being rewarded. You are simply in resonance, and resonance creates acceleration. 9. How to stop collapsing into lower scripts. Again. Chosen one, let's be direct. You collapse into lower identities because you keep negotiating with versions of yourself that no longer exist. Old habits, old emotional reflexes, old relationship patterns, old self-limitations. You call them temptations. But the truth is simpler. They are echoes, not enemies. A lower script cannot destroy a higher identity. It can only distract it. It can only confuse it. It can only create enough dissonance that you forget who you are. So if you want to stabilize your field once and for all, you must stop trying to fix old versions of yourself. You must retire them permanently, ruthlessly, completely. They are not part of your next timeline. 10. The elevation formula. Every chosen one goes through the same 3-step elevation cycle. It is consistent, predictable, and unavoidable. Let me give it to you clearly. Step 1. Identity disruption. This is when your old world stops working. Your job becomes unbearable. Your relationships lose meaning. Your routines feel suffocating. This is not punishment. It is an identity upgrade attempting to override an outdated self. Step 2. Field reorientation. This is when you suddenly desire things you never cared about before: clarity, solitude, truth, alignment, integrity, elevation, you're not becoming a better person. You're becoming the real you. Your inner world begins aligning with your higher script. Step 3, timeline expansion. This is when life opens, doors appear, alignment accelerates, opportunities seem to fall into your hands. This is not magic, this is identity coherence generating external order. Your world always mirrors your field. 11. Why chosen ones cannot stay in lower worlds. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You cannot stay where your identity has already left. You can visit old environments, but you cannot live there. You can speak with old connections, but you cannot align with them. You can remember old versions of yourself, but you cannot return to them. It's not that you're too good. It's that your field no longer resonates with those frequencies. Staying there would collapse you. Leaving them elevates you. Identity is destiny. This is why your life has been uncomfortable. Your higher script has been dragging you out of places that would have destroyed your future. That's not disruption. That's protection through coherence. There is a moment, and it may happen today, when everything becomes clear. A moment where you finally say, I will no longer betray my identity to maintain familiar environments. When that moment happens, your field locks into alignment. Your timeline stabilizes. Your decisions sharpen. Your energy returns. Your path opens. Identity creates reality. Not prayer, not hope, not waiting. Identity. Chosen one. This is the moment where passive watching ends and identity takes the throne. I want you to type in the comments right now. I choose my higher script. This is not a slogan. It is a declaration of sovereignty, a claim of alignment, a signal to your field that you refuse to operate beneath your design. Say it in the comments. Write it in your notes. Speak it aloud. Your identity listens to the language you use. Let me give you the final truth, the one your spirit has sensed, but never had words for. Your life paused because you were about to enter a timeline your old identity could not sustain. Your relationships changed because they were built on a version of you that no longer exists. Your emotions shifted because they belonged to a lower script. Your clarity disappeared because your mind was receiving a new architecture. Your momentum slowed because your field was being recalibrated. None of this was collapse. It was correction. None of this was chaos. It was reconstruction. None of this was loss. It was identity liberation. And now, your field is ready. Your script is aligned. Your identity is remembering itself. The elevation you sensed was never postponed. It was being prepared. Chosen one, if this revelation opened something in you, subscribe, turn on notifications, step deeper into identity governance. Every message here is part of your higher script activation. Comment the phrase, identity before reality, to lock today's alignment into your field. Now take a breath, feel the shift, recognize the resonance returning. Your field is not collapsing, your field is reawakening. Identity seal as required. It is written, it is sealed, it is done. Amen.